we're married to almost 20 years, and you go through shit.
Yeah, we've hit the rocks a few times.
Yeah, we have.
What usually is in the middle? What causes that? Is it ego? Is it stress? Is it something else?
I think it's a combination of external pressures. For me, it was I got a little bit lost in the pursuit of money, property, and prestige, and sort of lost, not to get hokey here, but I kind of lost my spiritual center, right? And things that were truly important started to slide further and further and further and further down the list. And then when that starts to happen, your esteem, your sense of self, your esteem is out the window, and then it's all self-sabotage from there on.
Wow.
And then, I hit a bottom, and, one of the best things I think that ever happened to me, and he's and always was a friend and continues to be a good friend, and even probably a better friend now, John Landgraf. I had lunch with John about a month ago, but I always, it took a minute but I ultimately, that departure from Fox/Disney was a bottom for me. And
do you know about that?
Was that the Mayans?
Yeah, there was the Mayans, and I had to step. I had to step away from.
So the spinoff of Sons of Anarchy, your own show.
Yeah, I had to step away from, and it was. I thank him for it, because it was like it had to show up in some other area where I could go, oh shit, that can happen, and then it allowed me to sort of surrender a bit, so I can go, oh, what else am I doing here that is not working, that is destructive, that is hurting other people?
Wow.
And and it was a really uncomfortable pandemic.
Yeah.
But a beautiful one, in that everything got taken off the table. Work.
We were good by the pandemic, I
yeah,
think.
No, but
we went through a rough
fine.
patch of like distance. It was just distance.
But even for me, the idea that everything got taken off the table and it was just me, my greater sense of self and awareness, and all my primary relationships. And it was like, all right, how do I do this? I can either run away from it, or I can roll up my sleeves and do some work. And and I think that's when we, I believe, crossed that line back to found each other again, if that makes sense.
Wow. And that's where, that hits deep, what you just said, because I understand it completely. Mm. And it's one of those things where you lose sight of the things that are important.
Exactly.
With something that isn't that important. And sometimes I think what happens to hit rock bottom or to cause change in a person, and I've had that, is why I'm saying this, when you do something that you cause, mm-hmm. when you're responsible, it's just the worst feeling ever. Mm-hmm. Your ego shattered, everything shattered, and you could have had something beautiful, whether it's a relationship or a show or whatever it is. And the fact that you caused this, it's just destructive.
Right. No, the wreckage is, that's what recovery is.
But in hindsight, you learn. Yes. It's like through that, it's how you process. It's what you do with when you fall down. It's what you do with it.